Hello everybody, hey, it's Ken Faulkner, and I got another video for you. Looks like a collection, but it's not. This is like getting ready for the Faulkner 5. It's coming up. That means it's only like a month, a little over a month until Blade Show West. So it's pretty exciting. Got to pick the 5. Hopefully, these are all out of the mid-range case, and I just finished the 3 different ones. I finished the last one last night. And so there's no reason to talk about them, right? Hopefully I can do this fairly quickly. I do want to kind of like, one more time, kind of talk about the Faulkner 5 and the whole point of it. I buy knives pretty regularly. I mean, it's hard for me to hold back, really. I got a knife on order right now, and it took a while just to get it from the dealer over to to FedEx, and I was like going, man, I don't know if I can wait. It's driving me crazy. It's really bad. So, but it got in there, so it's gonna show up theoretically next Saturday. Getting closer to the Faulkner 5 kicking off, because it's going to be the first, it's a Monday, and that'll be the first day of the Faulkner 5. Now, I do these Faulkner 5s to keep me from buying so that I can buy at the show. So it's not like I'm saving myself money here. In fact, go to the shows, I tend to spend more than I would anyway. So, yeah, it's kind of crazy. But it's what I do, and it helps me get through. And it's fun. It's fun. One thing good about it is that I pick 5 knives that I really want to spend some time with. When you got as many knives as I have, and I don't have the biggest collection anywhere, but I do have a lot of knives. You've seen it, all these collection videos I've been doing. I do have a lot of knives, so, and I do like to rotate. I do like to go through. And some of these knives don't really get in the pocket that often, and they're all great knives. So if you haven't seen the collection videos, I picked 5 from each level. It was 100 to 150, 150 to 200, and 200 to 250. And each of those collections, I picked 5. Now it's kind of like a knife off, right? Is this a knife off? Can you call it that? A lot of times that's when you have those the numbers game, and you get 2 people with the same number, and you do the final. But we're down to the finals, kind of. I am going to pick the 5 tonight. We're not going to like make it in more than just one night. We got to do it. I've been getting good practice at picking when I did all of those the brand battles, and and it's tough. And I question myself, and after the fact, I kind of go, well, is that really the one that should have won that thing? So I got 5, but they're all good. So even if I pick any of the 5, any 5 of these knives are going to be good for the Faulkner 5 for sure. So Faulkner 5 will be carrying it every day. I'll be doing some stuff. I'm gonna throw in some cut tests. I'll probably do videos on that. The best I can. I'm not great at doing the cut test things. I'm gonna do a spa day thing. I might do like a quick disassembly to show you. I don't know if I'll do the whole disassembly reassembly thing, because that can go long, and you know how long I can go. But something like that. I'm gonna mix it up. I've done budget Faulkner 5s. I've done premium Faulkner 5s. I've done all different ranges, and now we're in the middle here, and this is kind of cool, because I keep saying, this is a sweet spot. This is where I kind of like buying, because I can buy enough knives to satisfy my addiction of buying, and I can also get a quality of knife that satisfies my level of knife, that I'm kind of into right now. After buying so many knives, the budget knives are a little more few and far between, as far as ones that I'm satisfied with. This is a really good, because there's so many companies putting out good knives in this range. I do like to get the expensive ones too, occasionally, but that means it's just like, I can't It's like you buy a big expensive one, and it's like you could have bought 3 knives at a different range. We've done videos on that before. I'm probably gonna get back to that. I kind of like those videos. It really gives you perspective, you know. All right, enough talking, enough intro. Let's get into it. All right, so the 5 on the bottom are from the first range. Middle is middle range, and then the top is the higher range. So it gives you an idea. One of these guys is disqualified though, and I'll tell you why. I went through the comments. I didn't see anybody. Maybe somebody snuck it in or whatever, but there's a reason why one of these knives does not belong here. One of these knives does not belong here because it's not supposed to be in the mid-range case. If you followed all my brand battles, there was a brand that's in here that should be in the brand case, in the popular brand case, and that is the Devo. That's the Devo. I was just going by price tag on it when I was trying to figure out where to put it. You know, every time I get a new knife, I got to figure out, okay, where does it go? What case does it go in? And Devo is one of the brands that hit the brand case more recently. After I changed out the foam, I had a few more spots, and they got in there, and it kind of slipped my mind. So this guy's out. It's out because of that. Not that it's not a great knife, not that I wouldn't want to carry it, but it's out. So I am replacing it with the Vane. That's Fu's design. I kind of felt after the fact that it is a knife that should have been in here anyway, and so it kind of works out. So we're back to our 15 right now, and we're going to start going through it. So yeah, these are all good knives. Yeah, it's hard. It's definitely hard. So let's go. Let's get. This is one that I kind of might be moving on. Guys, this one's one that might, because it is a thin light knife, and it's good for that purpose, but it's not really my go-to for knives. I like a bigger knife. You can see most of these are bigger knives, so it may go. God, the Wolf, it just pops out. It's just a crazy. The D10 on this one is so good. You know, it reminds me of Chavez, but I do have this Blue Label Chavez that is in the mid-range because it is a Blue Label, and it does not have as much of a detent as the usual Chavez knives that I get. So it's kind of cool. I really like this one. Got a couple from Tempest knives. Now they didn't make it into the popular brand case yet, but it's close because I've been picking these guys up, and I think I'm gonna pick one of these guys to go in, to stay in. I don't know if it'll make it all the way, but to stay in. And the thing is that I love the backdraft or downdraft, and I was waiting so long, but then the Fractus is such an awesome knife, such an incredibly awesome knife, look wise and action wise. So that's the thing. It's just difficult. It's super difficult to decide between these two. I think I'm going to go with the downdraft only because it was such a long wanting of this knife, and I did manage to pick it up at Blade Show after they kind of dropped and sold out, and so I was really happy to get it. It's unfortunate because this is such a good knife as well. So I'm going to put the Fractus to the side. Man, this is very hard. This is definitely very hard. Some of the prime ones here, super prime ones are, and I think this is going to go into the category of most likely going to stay here. The Gecko Custom, the Pictus. Man, this is such a nice knife. Definitely in the running. The MSI also, big knife. I love the scale swap I did on it. I think that's in the positive category. It doesn't mean they're picked. Now the thing about the Farrah Monster is that it only has the back flipper, and that is hard for me to get through an entire week. I've done that before, and it's difficult because I love fidgeting with my knives, and I love the combination of different types of fidgeting. This is such a beautiful blade and handle combination. I wish they had some other kind of method of deployment, but for that reason, it's going to go to the side. Yeah, I think we're gonna go ahead and get the Bel Air over to the side. It's such a great one from Kershaw. I just love the fact that they're putting out some more premium stuff. Not so much premium price, but great value stuff. Man, this one's a very cool knife. I have carried this one a lot, so it may go over to the side just for that reason, because yeah, I wanted it for so long, and after I got it, I definitely carried it quite a bit. Very cool knife. Not quite sure on that one. Pulsar. This is also a very cool knife. The vein, it did get thrown in it towards the end. It does have all those different methods, but it's a little blocky. Ergonomics doesn't quite hold up to some of these other ones. Axis lock is not my favorite. Obviously, I got a Ram's lock up there, and we got this one here. But the round style is a little bit harder for me to actuate. Guy's a good knife though. I think it's going to the side. I think it's staying there too. Tipper, cool blade. I just love that blade. It's a new one in the collection, but God, I got to think about that one. The Finch is, yeah, I think this one's gonna go in. It's just a little small, one of the bigger Finches, but that's really the reason why I don't have more Finches, because they are smaller size. They're more like a traditional, like a slip joint type size, bigger version of those. But yeah, that's their thing, and a lot of people love it, but and I love it, but it's just not really the Faulkner 5, just because of, you know, things that I really like about knives. It's getting all hard to do. Now, when I do pick the 5, once I pick the 5, oh gosh, that's awesome. Once I pick the 5, then I have to pick the order as well, but I'm not going to do that tonight. I'll do that closer to the time when it starts off, when we kick this whole thing off. That is such a great action. That's definitely one that may stay. Black Mirror. It's a very cool knife. Really enjoying this one. But it is a little bit thin through here. Yeah, if this had been just like, I think I mentioned it before, if this one just been a little bit bigger in all ways, you know, just got scaled up a little bit, man, this would be a winner. But it's a little small in my hand. A little bit small in my hand. But it's a great knife, but it's just a little bit small. So we're going to put it over the side. All right, how many we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we've gotten at least a third, a little more than a third already sent to the side. Okay, I already mentioned this guy here that I have carried it quite a bit, so it's not like I feel like it hasn't had its time in the pocket. It is a great knife. So nice. So nice. Anyway, so yeah, I think this guy is going to go over the side. Oh, man. This one. This one. Pulsar. Got that access. That's such a... I think this one is going to go. It's working in on the detent. The ergos on this thing are a little sharp. corner wise. It's always been that way. It's the looks are great. I love the grinds. I love all that stuff about it. But it is very thick in the handle, and in the corners you can kind of see how abrupt those corners are. They are a little sharp. So I think carrying it all week long is going to be a little rough. So yeah, I mean, something's got to go. I mean, they're all good, but something has got to go. I really like the MSI. I think that's going to stay. The tipper, very nice. I'm loving that blade. I know if I put this to the side, it is going to get carried, but it's going to be like a backup. Oh man, so I still got to get rid of 2. Oh gosh, okay, it's going to be the tipper. Let's just do this real quick, because this one is a little bit thin in the handle as well. I think I'm getting down to 3 that I'm deciding from. Oh man. Sorry guys. Okay, tipper is going to the side. All right, let's get all the blades out, and we're going to take a look at them. I do like to kind of get some variety. The different blade shapes. Okay, so this is really the only fully hollow. This is the only one fully hollow. So I'm saying for sure. I'm saying man, I'm liking this one too. Yeah, okay. It's between these two. Ergos is a little bit small. I mean, when I close my hand, it's like it doesn't feel. Yeah, see, that's got a better ergo. Okay, yeah, the downdraft is gonna go. Man, that's hard. That's really hard. Maybe I should have done a Faulkner 16, but then that would be just way too long to not buy knives. All right, guys, that's it. That's it. We're down to it. Did you guess right? If you guessed, you know, it's not necessarily my favorite. Yeah, you know, because this is thinner, but man, I just love that the angled on that thing, the hollow on it, the grinds on the handle. Okay, it's very nice. Okay, that's it. Faulkner 5 right there. We'll work out the order on it in a video, you know, like maybe Sunday or something like that. We'll see. I'm going to continue. We're going into the premium case. So you think these knives are nice. And I got lots of comments. I got some comments of people saying, man, I could never get that, you know, some of these knives in my collection. And I am very sensitive to that too. I mean, I look at other people's collections and I think the same thing. You know, it's all different levels that we're all at. Some people are, you know, the price tag, it ranges. And I'm definitely pushing the boundaries on my price tags for sure. I got some nice ones coming in too. And they're both of these two that are kind of come in are high in the price tag range. Okay, guys. Yeah, so lots of good ones had to go to the side. Sorry. It's just sad. I'm probably going to carry some of these other ones that are over here as backups because, you know, I'm always carrying, you know, usually 3 or 4 a day. 2 folders, slip joint, and a fixie, and it kind of rotates. But it's usually 2 folders, so got lots of opportunities for these guys to make some pocket time while I'm carrying these. But these will be primary carry for a full week, Monday through Sunday of each one, each week. And then Sunday, the week before Blade Show, there'll be a couple days after that. But it'll be just about time, because starts on Friday, ends on Saturday. It's just a quick 2-day thing. It doesn't take long, but it's gonna be fun. I'm excited. Getting the 5 puts it in my sights. Okay, good. 20 minutes. That's not too bad. It is enough talking. Enough him and hawing and trying to decide. I don't know if I made the right decisions. I had to decide. You have to do it. So I did. So I know that these are all great knives, but then all the ones I had to put aside are all great as well. So it's the way it is. Thanks for coming along on the journey. Thank you for everybody, like, in the lives, and I don't make it to as many lives as I'd like to, but lots of people commenting about liking the collection videos, and then the comments of the collection videos. The feedback is just really, really cool, because I do things that are fun for me, but I also want it to be fun for you guys too. And here at this channel, it's really about collecting knives. We do kind of review and talk about knives, but it's really related to what I like in knives. But I do have quite a wide variety, and even I'll even get the smaller knives. I'll get different knives that aren't really my main go-to, but anyway, they're all ones that I like. Okay, again, we're gonna get out of here before it goes 30 minutes. You guys, I'll be jumping into that premium case tomorrow, so stay tuned, and I will see you on the next one.